the number one thing that couples, whether you're married, common law, just living together, should do when it comes to their personal finances. Something that every single couple should be doing together, especially if your finances have become very intertwined, as it does with couples. And you don't have to just be married, you can be living together, maybe you have a child together, maybe you have joint expenses together, the list goes on and on and on. And this is going to apply to every single couple to varying degrees. What am I talking about? Well, it's something I like to call a money summit. What is a money summit? Well, it's a time where you get together with your significant other and you sit down and you talk about money and you talk about personal finances. And I know this is going to sound like, wait, what? Why would that matter? But the truth is, and what I've found from speaking to and working with so many people, is that we don't do this. This is not something we actually do because, one, it's not particularly fun. Two, well, what should we talk about exactly? And three, there's better things to do and more fun things to do with your partner or your significant other. But I'm kind of here to say it matters, it can be fun, and it's something you should absolutely be doing because it avoids a lot of hassle and trouble down the line. I've seen this be implemented in different ways, but what I'm an advocate for is having a quarterly money summit with your partner. So once every 3 months, you sit down. You get it on the calendar ahead of time, but you sit down and you basically talk about your finances together. And maybe the first couple times you do this, you don't necessarily have to bring in bills and accounts and documents and whatnot. That could be down the line. But the point of it is to just get on a regular schedule where you talk about money, and it doesn't have to be weird and it doesn't have to be loaded, and it can be frankly kind of casual, especially at first, because I found couples where they've been together years and years and they've never really talked about money. And for the record, you might have separate accounts, and doing a money summit is still a good idea. You might have accounts that are completely intertwined, and then doing a money summit is an even better idea. But the point is, it's just about normalizing talking to your partner about money. It's also about getting any financial goals you might have on the table, right? Letting the other person know. Because sometimes you find that you might have completely diametrically opposed views on something related to money, and you won't know until you get to that junction. But I have a friend who was with someone for almost 10 years and they recently got married, and then they basically realized after the fact that she wanted to buy a home, he didn't. He never wanted to buy a home. He liked to be light on his feet and be a little bit more of a nomad. But they didn't know that, and they didn't know that until push came to shove. For a lot of women, and I don't want to stereotype, so that's not what I'm doing, but I've just found on average, there's many women that don't make the financial decisions in the relationship. The partner does that. The male does that, to be honest. And that's fine, and that's a choice. But I've also found that sometimes women do want to get more involved. They do want to be more in the know, but maybe they don't know how to approach the subject. A money summit is a great way to do that, especially, like I said, because you're doing it regularly and because you're doing it consistently. It just starts to build, that trust, that rapport around talking about these issues kind of in a really safe and open way. going to leave in the description box below a really good one-pager, something I kind of like just to start the discussion. It's going to be a little bit more around like morals and what's the purpose of our money, but it'll then move into the idea of financial goals. What are some of the goals we have in our lives, and how do we need our finances to support those goals? And then as you do this more and more, it becomes more comfortable, and then you can get more into the nitty-gritty.